guys, so every afternoon my goal is that we would end our day with me reading a chapter of Junie B. And I've chosen Junie B First Grader, Dumb Bunny, because we're approaching Easter. So I thought that would be a fun one. I'm going to read a chapter to you right now and see what that Junie B is up to. We never know. Okay, so in this first page, she's writing in her journal. Dear first grade journal, Dumb Bunny, Dumb Bunny. I'm not allowed to say Dumb Bunny on account of my teacher heard me call May that name while we were on the playground. Is that a nice name, guys? It's not a nice name. I wouldn't let you call anybody that either. And my teacher said for me to knock it off. Only here is something I just thought of. Even if I can't say Dumb Bunny out loud, I can still think it inside my head because heads are silent, which is what I like about heads. I'm going to try it out right now. I put my pencil down and I looked at May, and then I squinted my eyes real teensy, and I thought that name just to myself. I thought, Dumb Bunny, Dumb Bunny. And May looked very suspicious over at me. What are you doing, Junie? Why are you squinting like that? She asked. Stop it right now. Stop that squinting. I paused my squint. I'm not just squinting at you, May. I'm also thinking a name about you inside my head, but you don't even know that name that I'm thinking because heads are silent. Which is what I like about heads, I said. May frowned, and I started my squint at her again. Dumb Bunny, I thought. And after I finished, I brushed my hands together, very satisfied. Can you guys brush your hands together, very satisfied? Brush them together. There, that ought to hold her for a while, I said, and May kept on frowning. And then, blam! She exploded out of her chair and she zoomed to the front of the room. Guys, what do you think May is about to do? She got out of her chair and she walked to the front of the room. Mr. Scary, Junie B called me that name again. I know she did. Only she thought it inside her head, and that is just plain sneaky. Mr. Scary was writing at his desk. Mr. Scary's the teacher, y'all. He closed his eyes and he did a big breath. Might have been like that. May, what are our 3 new rules about tattling? He asked. You and I came up with 3 new rules to control your tattling, remember? Can you tell me what they are, please? May stood there a real long time. She did not like the 3 new rules, I don't think. And finally, she started to say them. Rule number 1, count to 20 before I tattle, she grumped. Mr. Scary nodded. Yes, May, excellent. That's the first rule. Go on. Rule number 2, said May. If I still feel like tattling, count to 20 again. Mr. Scary did a thumbs up. Yes, good. And rule number 3, May sucked in her cheeks. Rule number 3, if I still feel like tattling after that, go home, eat dinner, go to bed, wake up, eat breakfast, come back to school, raise my hand to tattle, then put my hand over my mouth, and please be quiet, she said. Mr. Scary clapped his hands. Perfect, you've got it. Those are exactly the rules we talked about, aren't they? I'm very proud of you for remembering them. So guys, what does Mr. Scary think about tattling? Does he think it's a really great idea and you should for sure do it? No, he's saying let's don't tattle. And we have rules about tattling in here too, don't we? You need to tell me if you're gonna get hurt or if someone else is gonna get hurt. But other than that, you can probably just let it work itself out, right? So Mr. Scary stood up and walked back to her chair. Wait, no, that's not what happened. He stood up and he walked back to her chair. You have a great memory for rules, May, he said. But the next step is to actually follow the rules. That's good. It's good to know them, but you should also follow them, right? And I don't believe you counted to 20 this time, did you? I leaned over and tapped on him. Do I love it when you guys tap me? Is that my favorite, when you walk around and tap me? I can vouch for that, I said. There was definitely no counting. Mr. Scary frowned at me. I'll deal with you in a minute, Miss Jones, he said. You and I are going to review the rules on name calling. I did a gulp. I didn't even call her a name, Mr. Scary. All I did was think it in my head. May flashed her angry eyes. No, you did not just think it, Junie Jones. You told me you were thinking it, and that is exactly like saying it. Almost, she said, and she went on. Plus, you didn't even think it quietly. You thought it out loud so that I could hear it in your brain. May looked up at Mr. Scary. My ears were tested last year in kindergarten, she said. The nurse said I can hear as good as a North American barn owl. Mr. Scary stared at her a really long time. No, May, no. I'm sorry, he said, but the nurse did not tell you that you could hear as well as a North American barn owl. May squirmed in her chair a little bit. Squirming is what happens after fibbing. Can you guys squirm around in your chair or on your couch, wherever you are? At least that has always been my experience. And after a minute, May put her head on her desk and she covered up with her sweater. Mr. Scary bent down next to me. And as for you, Miss Jones, this is the absolute last time that I ever want to talk to you about name calling, he said. I don't want you to say dumb bunny, or think dumb bunny, or sing dumb bunny, or hum dumb bunny, or write it. Do you understand? I tapped my fingers on my desk. But then what am I supposed to do when May is mean to me? I asked him. I have to call her something, or else she won't even know that I'm mad. I thought for a second, and then I clapped my hands together. Hey, I know. Maybe I could just think the dumb part in my head, and then I'll call her Bunny. Would plain Bunny be okay with you? May popped up from under her sweater. No, she grouched. Just plain Bunny isn't nice either. My friend named Sheldon stood up. Bunny isn't nice? How come Bunny isn't nice? He asked. I have an aunt named Bunny, and she's very nice. Sheldon looked at Mr. Scary. My Aunt Bunny is married to my Uncle Bert, he said. Aunt Bunny has a lot of... Mr. Scary quick held up his hand. Yes, Sheldon, we know. You told us many interesting things about Aunt Bunny, but right now, we don't need to hear that anymore about your aunt. Skull tattoos, said Sheldon. Please sit down, said Mr. Scary. Across the room, Lucille sprang up. Well, I love bunnies, she said. And so this is the perfect time for me because I'm having a big party at my giant house on Saturday, and all of you are invited to come. She bounced up and down, really excited. And guess what? A very famous bunny is going to be there for you to meet. And guess what bunny it is? Guess what bunny, she said. Room 1 thought really hard. But then all of us started to guess at once. Bugs Bunny? Buster Bunny? The Bionic Bunny? Lucy rolled her eyes. No, my bunny is way more famous than those cartoon guys. And we guessed some more. The Trix Rabbit? The Velveteen Rabbit? Peter Rabbit? No, Lucille said. What's wrong with you people? It is the Easter Bunny. Haven't you ever heard of the Easter Bunny? And she reached into her desk and pulled out some fancy envelopes. Then she waved them around really angry. Do you see the invitations? Huh, do you? She said, these invitations are to an egg hunt at my very fancy house. And I was gonna pass them out after lunch, but if you dumb ducks never even heard of the Easter Bunny, I just won't worry about the whole thing. That's not very nice. After that, she did a huff and she flounced back in her chair. Mr. Scary hurried over there. Then he got her up and he took her by the hand and he walked her into the hall. They were gone a really long time. That's not good. When they finally came back, Lucille said she's sorry for calling us names and that, and then she took her envelopes out of her desk again and she gave everyone an invitation. So room 1 is gonna have a party. All right, that is chapter 1. So tomorrow we will read chapter 2. Thank you for listening.